Tosh had a great time on his 21-day board and train. Some challenges that Tosh did have was being around fireworks because it was near Halloween, as well as Diwali, and that caused him some stress and also some fear going out after dark and in the early morning when it was dark out as well. Overall, Tosh did very well building his engagement, having fun, playing, and being a dog, as you can see him digging in the garden, which we gave him permission to do and said, dig, dig, dig. Tosh has been conditioned to the marker yes. Yes is a promise that a reward will be delivered, ideally within a second and a half. Once Tosh returns home, it's a great idea to refresh this clicker by following the instructions that you will see in the next clip. Good boy is praise. So we use yes as a reward marker for food. Good boy we use for praise, meaning keep doing what you're doing. Dog body language. To have the most success training and working with animals, it's really important to know some of the calming signals or stress signals that they are trying to communicate. And by doing this, you can tailor the training and tailor the activity to help Tosh through stressful situations. So please take a look at this next clip as well as visit the blog on my website for dog body language. While Tosh was here, we used positive reinforcement and negative reinforcement. Positive reinforcement is adding something to the equation like food, praise, affection, or play, the reward systems. Negative reinforcement is taking something away from the equation. So we used a combination of positive reinforcement and negative reinforcement. Tosh is easily frustrated, and when he's frustrated, he will demand bark for treats. He will pounce around. He will jump backwards. He will flip his head back and bark. And all of these things communicate that he is frustrated with either the rate or the reward. He doesn't understand the objective or what we're trying to train. And so, how you combat that is using an appropriate amount of positive reinforcement and negative reinforcement. Now, you have to rely heavily on the positive reinforcement versus negative reinforcement. If you just use negative reinforcement, taking things away from Tosh, he will become more frustrated easily. Now, for an example, this might be a negative reinforcement would be we put food in our hand, we allow Tosh to come sniff it. If he goes to take it without us saying take it, we close our hand and take the food away until he sits calmly and doesn't go for the food. So we remove the food until he's calm. So that can be frustrating for Tosh. So it's important that we work on take it as well, where we're giving him a positive take it, take it, take it, so that he knows that there is a way for him to earn the food. The same thing when it comes to negative reinforcement, we use it on gates and doors. So if Tosh is in his crate or he's at a baby gate or at a gate on the farm, if he goes to jump forward and go through the gate, we just close it. And at first, Tosh would step back and bark at us saying, hey, no, I want to come out of this gate. And what we had to do slowly was put him in a sit, give him 2 or 3 rewards for putting him in a sit, open the door, reward him for staying in the sit, and then release him for break. Then we introduced the negative reinforcement, which would be he sits at the gate, we open up the gate. If he goes to go through, we close the gate. And we do this repeatedly. So if we go to open it again. If he goes through, we close the gate. And then once he stays seated, um, he is rewarded by the gate opening and saying break, and he can go through the door. Now, that example is with Tosh. With some dogs, you can just use the negative reinforcement. You just close the door and they understand, okay, I can't go through. Tosh would get frustrated and bark. So in this situation, it's better for Tosh when you're training him to really have in your mind, I need to do the positive reinforcement first. I need to teach him how to sit and stay until he hears break with the gate open before you start using negative reinforcement. Otherwise, you're faced with frustration. On your training instructions, I've enclosed the name game. The name game is the biggest and most important exercise that we do to get Tosh's attention. And it helps his leash walking, it helps his general obedience, it helps his recall. And you can play the name game touch and find it for life. Every day, play it with his kibble, play it indoors, play it outside, make this part of his daily experience, and you will keep that engagement up when it comes to um, his name and recognition of it. As you can see, there's a video here where we've mixed his kibble with some canned food, and all we're doing is saying his name and pairing it with the food.
Tosh! Yes! Good boy. Take it. Yes. Is it too much? Okay, sorry. I'm going to make a bowl. There you go. Take it. Yes. Good boy. Good boy. Tosh! Oh, you dropped it. Tosh! Yes. Go find it. Go get it. Tosh! I want to look at me immediately. So no yet. Good boy. We're going to work on it. Place. Yes. Sit. And down. Good boy. There you go.
Tosh already knew touch, but we worked on this every day as a recall game as well to keep Tosh engaged with us. We used it during walks, we used it for recall. He did very well with touch, and it is a perfect game to play in the evening with him while you're watching TV. You can literally do the name game, touch, find it, and he loves this game. Leave it and take it. Leave it and take it became part of Tosh's daily life because he gets so frustrated when he wants something that he can't have. He will bark, like for treats. He will also just, if you have a toy in your hand, he will run up and just snatch it from your hand. So we worked on leave it and take it with toys, leave it and take it with food. It's part of impulse control. It's also part of focus, getting them to focus on us and seeing us as kind of the gatekeeper between things that they want. And that gives us a chance to train Tosh to have polite behavior like sitting, lying down, or giving eye contact before he grabs something with his mouth.
Good boy. Leave it. Yes, I know you leave it. But I'm waiting for eye contact. Still leave it. Good boy. Good boy. I know, good boy. But I'm waiting for your eye contact. Very good. Good boy. Leave it. Good boy. Yes, good boy. Very good. Leave it. Weird. Waiting for your eye contact. It's about 1 minute is up. Leave it still. Watch me. Leave it. You might get frustrated. Yes, almost. It's okay. You can watch me. Tosh. Tosh. Leave it. Still leave it. Still leave it. Two minutes. Leave it. Tosh. Tosh, Tosh. Yeah, I'm gonna bring it all the way. Are you watching me? Yes! Good boy! So I have to bring this up. Okay, now I switch to treat. Impulse control is getting really hard. Leave it. Leave it. Leave it. Yes, take it. Good boy. Leave it. Yes. Good boy. Yes, take it. Ready? Good boy. Yes, very good. Bigger piece. Yes, good boy. Good. It's on the floor. Leave it. Leave it. Leave it. Still leave it. Leave it. Leave it. Good boy. Yes, good boy. Still leave it. Good boy. Yes, take it. Good boy. Good boy. Yes.
Doors. Doors are door to the crate, baby gates, doors going inside and outside, car doors, doors going into daycare, doors going into dog parks, going anywhere exciting. I mentioned doors as an example of negative and positive reinforcement, but doors are really important for Tosh. We worked on doors and baby gates extensively when he first arrived because he would charge through all gates and all doors because he was panicked and wanted to escape and get through the gate or door because he didn't want to be left alone. So it's really, really important that you keep having Tosh sit and wait at the door calmly, make eye contact with you, open the gate or door and say break or let's go. Let's go. Let's go is a cue that we tell Tosh when we want to change pace, change directions, or we want him to pass an item or an object. So we use Let's Go to communicate to Tosh how to have a loose leash as well. So you will see in some examples of videos coming up, we use Let's Go every time we want to change direction. When we want him to give into tension, meaning the tension on the leash is taut, we want him to come back to us. So you will see us first moving and pivoting, changing directions quickly, saying Let's Go, and we reward the position. So every time we're walking and Tosh is either on our right or our left, and he stays in that position, we will mark it yes and reward. We will also praise him intermittently in between the food rewards. And what will happen is when we have tension on the leash, meaning we've Tosh has gone ahead and there's now tension, we plant our feet and we tell Tosh, let's go, and we get him to come back to us. Now, the other thing that we do is we change directions. So as he approaches the 6 foot of the leash, let's say he's at 5.5 feet and you can sense that he's about to pull, we're going to do a 180 and say, let's go, and change directions. We can also do a 360 and say, let's go, and come all the way around. Now Tosh is in that reward zone on our right or left side, and we can reward him for staying in that zone. So with the positive and negative reinforcement with Tosh, it's really important that we are not just doing one method of planting our feet and getting him back to us. That would be the negative reinforcement. We're stopping the reward of walking until we get the desired behavior. But Tosh needs the positive reinforcement of rewarding the zone, staying at our side more than the negative reinforcement. We've also taught Tosh to give in to tension. So when he feels tension on the leash and we do plant our feet, he now knows to come back to our side so that he can continue walking. So he's learned that he's in control of how fast or how slow we move, and that as long as he's staying beside us, we're going to continue to move forward.
Yes, good boy. Tosh, let's go. Yes. Tosh, let's go. Little by little. Tosh, here. Great engagement. Great.
Good boy. So here we got treat drop. Good boy. Let's go, Tosh. Yes, good boy. Staying in position. Yes, good boy. Staying in position. Yes, good boy. Yes, good boy. Out of position. Tosh. Yes, come on. Good boy. Good boy. Position. Yes, nice eye contact. Good. Yes. Come on, let's go. Yes. He's
Yes. Touch. Yes. Good boy. Touch. Yes. Good boy. Touch. Good touch. Touch. Good touch. Good boy. Yes. Good boy. Touch. Yes. Good boy. Touch. Good touch. Touch. Yes. Good boy. Touch. Yes. Good boy. Yes. Good boy. So cold. Touch. Let's go. Oh, door is open. ばあちゃん、ドアが開いてる。ドアが開いてる。足、はい。Let's go for a walk. Let's go. Tosh. Yes, good boy. Tosh. Yes, good boy. Tosh. Yes. Awesome.
okay. We've just come out of my gate. He had to sit, wait until he was released. He did really well. And then as soon as we got here, he just bolted to the end of the leash. Lots of pressure on the leash. So I am just keeping my feet a nice wide stand apart. So I've got some stability. And I'm just waiting for him to check in and to come back to this position so that we can walk. And I'm just going to wait. And this is part of the patience. He's pacing, he's panting because he's frustrated. Good boy. He looked at me, so I'm going to give him a good boy. I could give him a yes and a treat for that as well. Good boy. Okay, I'm going to try stepping back. See my foot pattern? I'm using my arm. Yes, good. And now I've got him here. I'm going to reward. Yes, good boy. There, I just used the yes to get him off of, yes, good boy. Distraction. Okay, and now we're just going to take a few steps at a time. So what we want is, I'm going to plant my feet. He's gone too far. Good boy. I'm going to use my hand to guide him. Okay, so yes, good boy. Look back at me. Every time he looks at me, I'm going to mark and reward it. It's so important. I'm going to plant my feet here because we've got tension. Good boy. I'm going to give him some praise. And now look at my feet. I'm going to take one step back so I have space for him. Okay, he's scratching. So he's saying, Carrie, this is stressful and super annoying. But you're not letting me just pull on the leash and go wherever I want and smell what I want. Good boy. Come on. Looked at me. I'm going to use a lure here. Get him back. My feet are now together. Good. Yes. Good boy. Giving him a yes because he stayed in that position and didn't bolt. Yes. Very nice. Good. Yes. Very good boy. Okay, he's getting a little far ahead. I'm going to plant my feet. Okay, he's turning around behind me. Sniffing. There's a car coming, so I'm just going to hold the leash a little shorter here. I'm not going any further. He's not checked in. I'm not present in his mind. He's not paying attention to me, hearing me, seeing me. None of it. None of it. I don't exist. Yes, he sat, made eye contact. Good. Oh, he doesn't want the chicken. Spit out the chicken treat. Oh, sorry, not chicken, fish treat. I don't normally carry chicken just for my puppy. Has chicken, it's always fish. He usually likes them, but he spit it out because he wants to smell and experience everything else. So we're walking. I'm going to praise him. Good boy. Good boy. Is loose. Got a car coming. I'm going to move off to the side. Keep with the loose leash walking. He is sniffing. I prefer when we're doing loose leash walking training that I try to keep him on this side as much as I can. But if there is a car coming, an animal, a tractor, something like that, I am going to let him go a little bit forward and sniff so he can relax. So that, I have to plant my feet, use your stance so that you've got good balance. I'm going to plant my feet. Now, if you just use the plant your feet method, you're going to be in trouble because the dog will become very, very frustrated. You have to do the homework of treat dropping and rewarding this position all the time so that the dog knows what to do instead. And not only what instead of pulling, but knows what to do in order to move forward. So I'm going to be taking one step back. I'm going to use my hand to lure back, and I'm going to get his attention. Tosh! Yes, good boy. So treat on the nose, and he got distracted. Here's my stance. I took one step back. I like to take a step back to give them, to give them room to come in. Didn't want the treat. I presented it, and he moved forward. Good. Good boy. Okay. He's paying attention to me. I'm going to take a couple steps back. Yes. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Yes. Good boy. Good boy. I'm going to reward position. Good boy, Tosh. Lots of praise. Good boy. He was going to go sniff. He stopped and looked up and didn't get lost in his brain because I gave him that feedback. I'm making a video right now, but if I was actually not, I would be quiet in between the good boys and they would be more impactful because I wouldn't be talking the whole time. I'm going to be quiet for a bit here. Good boy. Good boy, Tosh. Yes. Very good. So you can see when I started to use a good boy, he slowed down a bit and paid attention to me. Okay, we're getting a little bit of tension. So I'm going to stop, plant my feet, see if he'll come back in his own. If he won't, I'm going to do the method of taking one step back and luring him back to my side. And this is working on the right. So most of the time I work on the left, but on this road, I tend to work on my right because we don't have a sidewalk. So I like to keep them on the inside. Hey? Yeah, good boy. Nice coming back. Good boy. Very good. Good boy, Tosh. I'm going to keep him here as long as I can. Good boy. Yes. Tosh. Yes. Yes. Good. I had to make a little bit of a kissy noise there. He didn't respond to the yes. Tosh, let's go. Let's go. So he's getting distracted. We're going to go back. Good. He stayed in the position. So by doing a 180, yes, it gives me a chance to reset the position. Yes. Now, the more I have him in this position, the more I can reward it and make it a heavily rewarded zone that he wants to be in. Hey, bud. Good boy. Good boy. Okay, let's go. Good boy. Good. Yes, isn't that beautiful? Good boy. Very good. Very good. Moving praise here. Good boy. Chew that treat. Yes. Nice position. Good boy. Very good. Very good boy. Okay. I'm going to plant my feet. He's out at the end of the leash, and the leash has actually kind of gotten a little bit around his neck. Just going to hold the position. I'm going to step back a little bit and just hold a little bit more tension. I want him to give in. Let's go. Good boy, Tosh. Good boy. So important that we teach them how to give into tension and reward them for giving into that tension feel at the end of the leash. You're a good boy. Yes. Oh, good boy. Good boy. Yes.
Leash skills can be very challenging for some dogs. They can also be boring because they want to go sniff, smell, explore the world at their pace, and often we are just moving too slow for them. We want to interpret the world a lot slower than they do. So here we have my little puppy Amor, who's being a distraction, and here I am moving and shifting between some artwork at a local park, and we're just making it a little different making it a little, spontaneous, moving around things, and making it a little fun for Tosh. Now, breaking this up with up and off, he absolutely loves putting his paws up and putting his paws off, or a big confidence builder. But often in the city, when you're working on heel and position, get your treats out and reward him for weaving around different objects, and going through and work on those skills, versus just trying to get somewhere with Tosh. Often, if you're just trying to get to a destination, you can let the leash skills slip. But you can see here, he really enjoys training.
This is part of rewarding calmness protocols that we do with all the dogs. Yes, that we board and train. A couple times when big trucks have gone by, when we've been walking on the road, Tosh has been startled. And he's a city dog, but it's normal because these are big trucks and they're going very fast. This is Bradner. Yes. So what we do is we come out here. We also do this at a little park that we go to as well. After, either before or after, or sometimes during our training walk, we stop and we sit at a bench, and I give him the full length of the leash if he can handle it. And if he looks at me, I mark it yes and pay. If he sits, I give him quite a few rewards in a row. You will see me continually toss food. Yes. So eye contact. If he's lying down, he's going to get quite a few rewards in a row here for lying down. The reason for this is we want this to become a default behavior when you stop to sit or lie down. So there's two things that happen. One, it can start to become a default behavior where the dog, like Tosh, who pulls on leash and is very excited and highly distractible, understands, okay, we're stopped. I should sit or lie down. That's the most rewarding behavior. It also helps them because in this particular case, Tosh is insecure about loud noises, big trucks. He's overexcited. Yes. He's overexcited by, yes. Yes. This is how fast we would give the rewards. Yeah. Oh, he got up. So, no reward. And here's my treat pouch. I always want to make sure that my hand's in a neutral position and I'm not just sitting here like this. So he also is distracted by other dogs, other things that are more exciting, and he's insecure about noises and sounds. So by teaching him to lie down, we're giving this the most heavily rewarded position. When Tosh feels insecure, he can, instead of pacing, leaping at the end of the leash, which he does. He literally runs and leaps like this, like a dolphin in the water, just leaping. He can lie down, and this will start to change his emotions. So if we make this a very heavily rewarded position, he will know what to do. Yes, good boy. So I always reward eye contact, and the sit and the lie down. So it will change his emotions because we're training with food. It can change his emotions and how he feels inside, in terms of making this a positive experience. So if we can teach him to be calm and relaxed and not hypervigilant, he will have a better time walking, a better time in the city. And you can see now he's stiff, right? So he's stiff, he's concerned about something, just smelling. For him, this particular exercise is really tiring. Really tiring. Doing nothing is tiring.
Tosh here. That is Tasha's recall word. The word here means run to me and sit at my feet. You will see in the videos that recall is still a work in progress with Tosh. It's not perfect, but it's greatly improved. The name game is different than here. The name game is just to get him to respond to his name and come into your vicinity. When we say here, we want him to run and sit at our feet, until he hears the release word break. And we do that by implementing the hand signal. We don't say Tosh here, sit, stay, break. It's just Tosh here. And when he's about 1.5 or 2 feet away from us, we do the hand command for sit. And he stays in the sit, he gets his reward, and then we'll release him with either let's go or break.
Yes, good boy. Break. So about half an hour, 40 minutes or so every day, we go out and explore the 3 fields. And well, actually 4, because there's the meadow by the tree over there. And he's on a long line, and I call him back. He gets a reward just now for checking in. If he doesn't come back when I call him, I go and grab the Tosh, here. I go and grab the leash and reel him back in. Good boy, Tosh. Yes, good. Break. So this is an example of the rollover that I give him. It's almost like a long bologna tube, and you cut it up, and then I sprinkle his probiotics and the Calm One powder on it, and then put it in a bag in my tree pouch. Come on, let's go. Good. And basically we wander through the field, and he gets smelling stuff. Tosh, here. Good boy. Come on. Now there, I got super exciting. Good boy. Because he was still tracking. Yes. Break. Go play. Because he was still tracking as he was coming towards me. So I had to pump up the excitement to get his nose up and get him running to me. Tosh, here. Good boy. Come on, Tosh. Good boy. Yes. Good. Okay, break. So that's how I work on, it's obviously much improved, but that's how I work on the recall. Pretty much in the beginning, like the first week or 10 days, I had to reel him in and not even let go of the leash. I had to hold on to the leash and not let go and reel him in like, 75% of the time. So it has quite improved as we go. So there, he's having a good sniff. Tosh, here. Good boy. Come on, Tosh. Good boy. Yes. There you go. That one he got 3. He gets a minimum of 1. That one I gave him 3 because he did pretty good, and I want him to keep coming. So I kind of vary how much rewards. If he was sniffing something a lot and came off, he's going to get a lot more rewards. Good. I'm going to give him a reward for checking in. Go play. Go sniff. Go. And now also I got to kind of get him away from me. So I have to ignore him for a bit so he goes off and does his thing and not follow me. Tosh, here. Good boy. Yes, good boy. Break. You got seeds in your hair, buddy. Tosh, here. Good boy. Yes. Break. Go play. Tosh, here. Good boy. Yes. Break. Tosh, here. Yes. Good boy. Break. Tosh, here. Good boy. Tosh. Good boy. Very good. Yes. Break. Go play, buddy. Tosh. Tosh, here. Good boy. Tosh. Tosh. Come on. So he's distracted. I'm going to move backwards away from him. Get exciting. Tosh. Hi, buddy. Toshy. Come on. Good boy. Yes. Let's go, buddy. Go get your stick. And now we're going to engage with the stick together so that the stick is not the reason. You got the stick. Good boy. So the stick is not the reason why he doesn't want to come for recall. Nice stick. Good boy. Get it. Good. I'm going to back away from the stick because I don't want him to think I want his stick. Tosh! Here! Come on, Toshy! Yes! Good boy! Good boy! Oh, almost. So we're going to give it a second. I'm going to wait till he looks in my direction. Tosh! Yes! Good boy! Here! Yes! Good boy. Go play. Back to that stick. Good boy. Good stick. Good boy. Good stick. Tosh! Here! Good boy! Yes! Good boy! Good boy, Tosh! Very good, buddy. Very good. Good work. Good work. Go play. Go play. Go play. Yeah, go play. Does that go play? Go play. Go run. Okay. Tosh, here. Good boy, good boy, good boy. Good boy, good boy, good boy. Tosh, here. Come on. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. Come on. You're tired. You're slow. Yes, good boy. Break. Tosh, here. Yes. Good boy. Come on, boy. Yes, good boy. Good boy. Break. Good boy. Good boy. You're a little tired now, hey?